There you are. Good morning, friends. This is Miss Howard, and we are working on English for this morning. This is Thursday, January 14th. I hope you had a great day yesterday, and hope everybody got my videos. If you didn't have Mom text me, let me know that you didn't get them, and we need to find a different way to send them for you. Oops, sorry, just closed my desk drawer. That was not an earthquake, I promise. Campus is quiet today. It is. Most of the teachers are not here. All the office staff is here, and today is Miss Parkins' birthday, so Coach Howell made breakfast for her for today. So it's been really fun as far as that goes. We did the parent pick up of packets. So when your parents came to pick up your packets, that wouldn't be everybody. That would just be Jamia, Kylie, no, not Jamia, Kylie, KJ, and Rylan today. And Hunter came in too. Sorry about that, Hunter. Didn't mean to miss you. Hunter's parents were in today to get all that stuff taken care of. The rest of you didn't have to because you have your packets in your backpacks that we sent home before we left on Friday, or whatever day that is. They're all mixed up. So today I'm going to do my videos, or some of my videos, from the classroom, and then I'm actually going to take all my stuff home and work from home, just like you are working from home for the next few days till we come back from school. So today I'll be in the classroom, and tomorrow I'll be doing all my videos from the farm. So let's see if we can get Chicken in to say hello to you. You'll be happy to know we're still having game day on Friday because we can't miss game day. It's just too much fun. I'm not sure how it'll work, but we'll figure it out. The other thing I did was I took your snow home to do your science experiment. This will be the last science experiment. This is the last science class of the first semester. So next semester we'll start social studies. So Jeff helped me out with getting the social studies book put together and the materials put together. So we'll start social studies next week. And the cool thing about social studies, I was talking with Miss Bobby about this. Miss Bobby, my super mom. I was talking with Miss Bobby, and we decided that we needed to do something on Friday, on our game day, in place of the science experiments. If we don't have science, we can't have a science experiment. So we thought, well, what can we do to make Fridays kind of fun, like we do in science, but doing in social studies? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to find some videos on countries, different countries in the world, and do a video every Friday. We'll do one video on a different country and see how that works out. See if we can learn some new things about some countries. So lots of fun stuff coming up. But this morning and right now we're going to focus on English. When we were together yesterday, we did our last study for our English test that we'll have when you come back. So that is not, the English test is not in your packet. No worries, I've got it right here sitting on my desk. And when we come home, or when we come back from our little COVID break here, when we come back, we're going to do that social English test and then pick up after this. So here we go. So without further ado, the page that we're going to do today, I'll hold it up for you, is this one right here. Looks like this. Called Adjectives That Compare. We're still on adjectives, and this one is comparing adjectives. We're going to get back into it. You guys are getting pretty good with adjectives. I don't think we're going to have any problem on this. But just to reiterate and tell you what I've already told you before, the page you are looking for is page 239 right there. See it? 239. What do you do if you don't have page 239? Easy peasy. Use a piece of paper and you write down your answers. Just because You don't have page 239? Does that mean you don't have to do this work? Not so, friend. You have to do the work. So you're going to have to put it on a piece of paper. Okay? So let's get started on this. And hello, my friend. How are you? Fantastic. Thank you. And here it is. All right. Adjectives that compare. And like always, what you're going to want to do is start by putting your name on this. We're going to go with our name. I've been having kind of a bit of fun writing my name in cursive. So if you think you would like to try to write your name in cursive, that's okay with me. If you still rather print it, that's okay too. Today is 1/14/21. And here we go. We have an information box up here, so we're going to read this together and then go into our work for today. It says, some adjectives describe nouns. This is a listen and repeat. By comparing persons, places, or things. And remember, we've been working on this a little bit. This ER. Add ER when comparing to. Add EST when comparing more than two. So if you're looking at two things, a duck and a chicken, you're going to say ER. This is the happier of the two. If you're comparing more than two things, the cats, the ducks, and the chickens, then you would say this is the happiest of all of them. Okay? So if we look on the example, and we look right here, it says, Jim's pencil is longer than Ella's pencil. How many pencils am I looking at? Well, I've got Jim's and I've got Ella's. So that's two pencils, which means I'm going to use ER on the end of my word. You see it right here? Right. And when we look over at the next sentence, which says, Pedro's pencil is the longest of all the pencils. Now, when we're comparing pencils, we've got Pedro's, we've got Jim's, and we've got Ella's. So now we've got more than two pencils that we're comparing. And when we compare more than two, we use that EST right over there. Okay? On your paper, go ahead and circle those for me because that will be a good reminder of how we do this. Moving up to the next part, we're going to read the directions, read and repeat the directions, listen and repeat the directions, and then go ahead and do the work. So here we go. Draw a box around the adjective that compares to. Underline the nouns that are being compared. This is a lot of stuff it's asking us to do today, so pay attention. We'll do this together and make sure we don't forget anything. It says draw a box around the adjective that compares two people, two things. Underline the nouns that are being compared. Well, I know that if it's comparing two, the word is going to end with ER, because that's what it means when you compare two. That's what you use on your adjective. So we're going to find the adjective first, and just figured out that that's going to end with ER. So let's do that first. Andrew is taller than Dave. Whoop, there it is. I see it. You see that ER? That's the word we circle. That's the adjective. And then it's asking us to underline the two things or people that are being compared. In this case, we're looking at tall, and we're looking at this guy, Andrew, and his friend, Dave. Okay? So make sure you circle the adjective and underline the two things it is comparing. And if I look at number 2, it says, the mouse is smaller than the rabbit. What's my adjective on this? Give you a clue, it's going to end with ER again. There it is. See it right there? Smaller. So let's circle the word smaller. And then we're looking at the two things that we're comparing. In this case, we're comparing a mouse and a rabbit. All right? Very good. Good job. Finish that up. If you need to pause this to get those down, that's okay. Go ahead and do that. This is pretty easy. These are freebie answers today. Okay? Now we're on the next part. We're going to listen and repeat the directions. And it says, draw a box around the adjective that compares more than 2. Underline the nouns that are being compared. It's similar to this, but now we're looking for the adjective that compares more than 2. If you remember, looking back up at the top, more than 2 ends in EST. And then we need to underline all the nouns. Okay, so first we've got, we're looking for a word that ends in EST that would be an adjective. Did you see it? Did you see it? Come back. There it is, right there. That word is warmest. This sentence says, Tuesday was the warmest day. I'm sorry, Tuesday was the warmest of the past 3 days. Okay? So there's my adjective, warmest. Now we need to find what we are comparing. And here it gives me my number right here. Past 3 days. Let's just underline 3 days because that's what we're comparing. And then we look down at number 4. Number 4 says, my kitten is the softest of all kittens. So we need to find the adjective first of all. The adjective ends with EST, so that's going to be softest, right there. Softest. And we need to know what we're comparing. We're looking at kittens, but not just one kitten or 2 kittens. We're looking at all kittens. So you're going to want to underline all kittens. Very good. Now we're moving up to the next part. Listen and repeat the directions. It says, mark how many are being compared. If we look, they have circled their adjectives. This will make it a little easier. We're just going to need to remember that ER means 2, EST means more than 2. Okay? So number 5, Spot is larger than Mutt. Who am I comparing? 2 things or more than 2? I see Spot and I see Mutt. And if I count them, I've got 2. So larger ends in ER. So that's a double check. I know that ER stands for 2 things we're comparing. And down to number 6, it says the black monkey is the loudest of all the monkeys. Loudest is my word. I see EST, so I'm going to guess right now that I'm talking about more than 2 things. But let's double check myself. What am I comparing? all the monkeys. And is that more than 2? It sure is. So we're going to put more than 2 right there. And one more on this today. Number 7 says her team is the quickest of the 6 teams. I look at this word, I see that EST on the end. Probably is going to mean more than 2. Let's check. Whoa! 6 teams we're comparing there. All 6. That's a lot more than 2, right? So we're going to color in more than 2. And there you have it. Nice job, my friends. Nice job, nice job. We'll start, if you need to come back and look at this page again in order to make sure you get all these answers down. That's cool. Very cool. Again, if you needed paper, if you needed to use paper, make sure you wrote down your answers because it will still be graded. No paper is no excuse, right? Okay. Tomorrow when we're together, we're going to do the back page of this and we'll do it independently. Please don't work ahead. Don't do this now. Don't do it. Don't do the next page until you get the video tomorrow. Because you never know when we switch things up. We had a tricky answer yesterday on one of our tests, and you won't know it unless you're watching the video. So I need to make sure you are watching the video so that I know you're getting all your lessons that you need to be getting. So watch for that. Not try to trick you. You know I'm tricky like that. I'm going to hang up with you now. I'm going to get this video up and ready to go to you, and I'll be back with you in just a minute to do math. See you soon.